What if I told you that the most famous boats in Vietnam weren't designed for tourists at all, but for something far more ancient and dangerous? Picture this. You're gliding through emerald waters, surrounded by thousands of limestone pillars draped in mist. And beneath you, a vessel that looks like something from a pirate legend, with its tall wooden masts, curved sails, and dragon-carved prow. This is the Ha Long Bay junk boat, but it wasn't always a symbol of romance and adventure. In fact, its story begins with survival. For centuries, the people living along this coast faced a constant threat: violent storms, unpredictable seas, and pirates. They needed a boat that could handle it all, something strong, stable, and surprisingly fast. And so, the junk boat was born. But how did a humble fishing vessel become one of the most recognizable icons in Southeast Asia? And what secrets lie hidden in its unique design? Let's set sail into the past. Long before tourists arrived, the waters of Ha Long Bay were a lifeline for local fishermen. Life here was tough. Typhoons could appear without warning. Shallow reefs and jagged rocks hid just beneath the surface, and rival raiders often swept in to steal catches and boats. So local shipbuilders created something extraordinary: a boat built not for beauty, but for battle against nature itself. They used dense, water-resistant timber like teak and ironwood. They gave it a flat bottom, so it could glide over shallow coral beds where deeper boats would run aground. And they designed the sail, that iconic, almost magical-looking red-brown canvas, to catch the wind from any direction. But the real genius was in the details. The junk boat's multiple masts weren't just for show. They distributed the wind's force, making the boat incredibly stable even in rough weather. And those battened sails, stiffened with bamboo, could be raised, lowered, or angled in seconds. A single sailor could maneuver the boat like a dancer, turning on a dime to escape a squall or chase a school of fish for generations. These boats were the heartbeat of the bay. Families lived on them. They slept under the stars, cooked on small clay stoves, and stored fish in hidden compartments below deck. To them, the junk boat wasn't a tourist attraction. It was home. Then, in the late 20th century, something shifted. The world began to notice Ha Long Bay's surreal beauty. Travelers arrived, drawn by the mystical landscape, and they saw the junk boats not as tools, but as floating works of art. Slowly, fishermen realized their boats could tell a new story. They began converting them for tour, adding cabins, widening decks, preserving the traditional look while introducing modern comforts. It wasn't an easy transition. Many worried that commercializing the junk would erase its soul. But something beautiful happened instead. The boats became bridges between old and new, local and global. A fisherman's grandson might now be a tour guide, sharing legends of the bay his ancestors navigated by instinct. The same vessel that once hauled nets now carries travelers into hidden caves and floating villages. And the design evolved too. Modern junk boats blend ancient wisdom with subtle innovation. Solar panels now power lights and fans. Waterproof hatches and reinforced hulls make them safer than ever. But the heart remains the same, that unmistakable silhouette against the horizon, the same shape that has ruled these waters for hundreds of years. Today, the Ha Long Bay junk boat is more than transportation. It's a living museum, a piece of maritime heritage that still sails, still tells stories, still welcomes people from every corner of the world. And when you step aboard one, feeling the wood under your feet, hearing the soft flap of the sail, you're not just taking a cruise. You're touching history. You're riding a design perfected by generations of sailors who knew these waters like the back of their hand. The junk boat didn't just survive modernization, it embraced it without losing what made it legendary. And in doing so, it gave Ha Long Bay something priceless, a soul you can sail on. Have you ever sailed on a traditional boat like the Ha Long Bay junk? Share your story in the comments. We'd love to hear which part of the world you explored from the water. Don't forget to subscribe to Wonder Explorer for more journeys into the world's most fascinating places.